My first question, Chief, is how are you doing after everything that you went through on Friday night?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. There's been a lot of support, a lot of outpouring from the community and everything else, and friends, and so yeah, I'm doing good.
That's good. So, I guess could you maybe retell kind of what you went through Friday night?
Yeah, I had responded to a fire in Marina and was returning home, and I've come up across this accident that just happened. In fact, tires still rolling, dust is still settling, and an Aston Martin had hit a U-Haul trailer, and then also 4 or 5 other vehicles. And so as I called it in, and I'm starting to try to assess for injuries, try to figure out what other additional resources we may need, things of that nature. I finally, and the accident scene spread out like almost over 1,000 feet, probably or more. And so I was getting up close to the end. I was checking on some people, and this guy appeared at my door, and I thought he needed help. I'm telling him I'm gonna get some help, and I'll get to you. And the next thing I know, the door's open. He ripped me out, and we're tussling on the ground, and I just didn't get it. I thought he was what needed help, an accident victim, and wanted to get him help. And so I rolled out from under him, and he got in a car, and before I tried to get after him, but he got in the car and was going. By the time I got to the car, it was moving.
That had to be, terrifying for you. I mean,
It definitely wasn't what I was expecting. I mean, there's so many other people out there that, thank goodness, nobody else got hurt. And really, I was the only one in the vehicle, so there was cars full of people there, families and stuff like that. So it was, it could have been a whole lot worse. And fortunately, nobody else was involved. And thank God he didn't hit nobody or do any other damage.
And they found him and clearly your vehicle.
Yeah, they found him. They arrested him. I think the sheriff's had a report of a burglary, and they found him. He's still in my vehicle. I mean, it's pretty conspicuous. I don't know
Yeah, it's
how but it's at dark at night. And people don't see it, and so you don't see so much of all the striping, and it doesn't stand out at nighttime as much. And plus, when the red lights were on, when he left, I mean, people would think it's somebody going on an emergency. So I can see how it could easily slip by so many people.
I mean, and this is pretty out of the usual too for, anyone.
Yeah, I've heard of vehicles getting stolen at the scene of an incident, but I've never heard of a carjacking before. But not that it hasn't happened, but not that. It's one of those rare occurrences.
Yeah, and you mentioned there's only minor damage to the vehicle, nothing too major.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate. There's minor damage. The computer's gone. The wires are ripped out of the docking. I guess he's worried about tracking, and some damage on this side. Pretty minor damage so far. So I'm using the vehicle right now.
And so I'm going with that question. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Is there, I guess, anything else you'd kind of like to share about this, like, this kind of thing happening to you? It's so, like you said, rare for something like that to happen. I mean, it's...
Yeah, since it's happened, there's been so much going on. It's hard to really take a lot of time to reflect, on it. I'm just thankful that nobody else got hurt. I'm thankful that the accident itself, there were no serious injuries, which, because it happened, I could see the dust settling. I assume there's going to be a lot of more injured people. So many ways this could have been really, really bad. And thank goodness I'm here talking to you. I'm here, everybody's still around. Cars can be fixed, vehicles, all those things can be replaced. But so in that instance, we're grateful.
And you mentioned about, the community showing support for you as well. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I've been receiving emails and phone calls, texts, people checking in, seeing how it is, and that's good. It's one of the things, about this community. It's where I work. They're very supportive, and people I work with have been very supportive, and gosh, all the, and my other agency that I deal with all the time. So it's been a outpouring of concern, and which has been feels really good, be part of that community.